Unit 6. Life Long Ago. Pupils Book, page 90. Activity 1. Listen, look and say.
Now.
1,
Travel by car.
2,
Wash clothes in a washing machine.
3,
Have a mobile phone.
4,
Have electric lights.
5,
Cook in a microwave.
6,
Listen to an MP3 player. Long ago.
7,
Cooked on a coal stove.
8,
Had a phone with an operator.
9,
Travelled by horse and carriage.
10,
Washed clothes by hand.
11,
Had oil lamps.
12.
Listened to the radio.
Pupils Book, page 90. Activity 2. Listen, find and say.
Now we wash clothes in a washing machine. Long ago, people cooked on a coal stove. Long ago, people travelled by horse and carriage. Today, we have mobile phones. Today, we listen to MP3 players. Long ago, people had oil lamps. Now, we travel by car. Long ago, we had a phone with an operator. Today, we cook in microwaves. Now, we have electric lights. Long ago, we listened to the radio. Long ago, we washed clothes by hand.
Pupils Book, page 91. Activity 4. Listen and sing. How did people get water 100 years ago? In the Old Days song.
Life 100 years ago was different, you see. There were no computers and there was no TV. Life was different in the old days. Life was different in so many ways.
Pupils Book, page 91. Activity 4. Listen and sing. In the Old Days song. Karaoke version. Activity Book, page 75. Activity 3. Listen and match. In the Old Days song.
Life 100 years ago was different, you see. There were no computers and there was no TV. Life was different in the old days. Life was different in so many ways. Children used to get water from pumps or wells outdoors. Now we just turn on the tap and out fresh water pours. Life was different in the old days. Life was different in so many ways. Life was so much slower, few people had a car. Children used to walk to school and they walked very far. Life was different in the old days. Life was different in so many ways.
Pupils Book, pages 92 and 93. Activity 6. Listen and read. Did Grandma have a microwave when she was a child? Life was nicer then.
Grandma, can you pass me the TV remote control?
Come on, Sam. You can get it yourself.
Sam is watching TV and doesn't want to get off the sofa.
But Grandma...
Listen, Sam. When I was a child, we didn't have remote controls.
Grandma doesn't want Sam to be lazy.
What did you used to do?
We used to get up, walk to the TV and change the channel.
Most TVs didn't have remote controls when Sam's grandma was a child.
Did you have a lot of channels?
No, we didn't. We only had 3 channels. Oh, life was so simple, so quiet back then.
Sam's grandma thinks life was a lot nicer when she was young.
Oh, dinner's ready.
But now Sam's grandma sometimes uses a microwave to make dinner.
Did you used to cook everything in the microwave when you were a child?
Well, no, we didn't have microwaves.
Maybe some things about modern life are nicer. Pupils Book, page 94. Activity 8. Listen and look at the sentences. Help Sam and Christina make more.
Did people have telephones in 1950?
Yes, they did.
Did your dad go to school by car when he was a child?
No, he didn't. He went to school by bus.
Activity Book, page 77. Activity 6. Listen and stick. Number in order. Number 1.
Can you help me with the laundry, Kyle?
Sure, Mum. Let me give you a hand.
Thanks.
Doing the laundry is kind of fun.
It might be fun now, but long ago, people didn't have washing machines.
Really? What did they do?
People washed their clothes by hand.
Wow, that doesn't sound like much fun.
No, it was a lot of work.
I'm glad we've got washing machines now.
Number 2.
Great-granddad, can Willie and I watch TV?
Sure, but not too loud, OK?
OK.
You know, Janie, we didn't have a TV when I was young.
Really? No TV?
Nope, no TV.
What did you do for fun? Did you have a radio?
Yes, we did. We listened to the radio. There were some great shows.
The radio? But the radio just plays music and the news.
Oh, no. They had some great shows on the radio. The whole family listened. It was a lot of fun.
It doesn't sound like much fun to me.
Number 3.
Hey, Grandad. What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Kendra. I'm writing an email.
I thought you liked letters better than emails.
Well, I do like handwritten letters, but emails are faster.
Aren't emails and letters kind of the same thing?
Well, they're similar, but a letter is more personal. When I was away at college, I wrote a letter to your grandmother every week.
Really? Every week? For how long?
For 4 years.
Wow, that's a lot of letters.
Yes, I know. And your grandma has still got all of them.
Number 4.
OK, Sophie, I can read you one more story and then it's time for bed.
Thanks, Mum. You can turn the light out as soon as we get to the end of the story.
You know, Sophie, people didn't always have electricity.
Really? No electricity?
How did they read at night? Did they have lights?
Well, they had lamps, but they weren't electric lamps. People used oil lamps.
Were they bright?
No, not as bright as electric lamps, and they were kind of dangerous too.
Dangerous? Why?
Well, if an oil lamp fell over, the oil could cause a fire. Back then, it was even more important to turn off the lights.
Wow, I'm glad we've got electricity now.
Pupils Book, page 96, Activity 16. Listen and read. Check your answers in 15. Which one is not in the text? And then there were cars.
Until the early 1900s, many people travelled by horse and carriage. They didn't used to travel very far or very fast. Historians believe that the furthest a family could travel in one day used to be about 24 kilometres. Since a horse and carriage had an average speed of 8 kilometres per hour, a simple equation shows us that people used to travel no more than 3 hours a day. 3 hours multiplied by 8 kilometres per hour equals 24 kilometres. 3 times 8 equals 24. The distances people travelled changed in 1886 when Mr. Carl Benz from Germany put an engine on a carriage. It was the first petrol-powered vehicle. Then, in 1901, the German company Daimler Motors, DMG, created a beautiful motor car for racing. It was called the Mercedes. Its engine was lighter, so it could travel faster than any other car. The Mercedes also looked very different to the horse-drawn carriage. It was more attractive, and it was safer, because it was lower and closer to the road. 6 Mercedes raced in Nice in 1901, reaching an average speed of 51 kilometres per hour. Unfortunately, the Mercedes was expensive. It was, and it still is, a luxury. The average working man in America in the 1900s could not buy one. Henry Ford changed this when he built the Model T, or Tin Lizzie, in 1908. It was one of the first popular cars, and people could buy it for about $850. All of a sudden, the number of cars on the road multiplied. Its average speed was about 40 kilometres per hour. Modern cars today are much faster than they used to be in the past. The average speed of the modern car is about 90 kilometres per hour. However, in big cities, because of all the traffic, we still don't travel much faster than we used to with the horse and carriage all those years ago.
Activity Book, page 79. Activity 13. Listen, read and circle. How did people travel before cars? Horse and carriage.
What did people do before they had cars? Well, lucky people used to travel by horse and carriage, and unlucky people walked. Both forms of travel were slow, but the horse and carriage was a bit more comfortable. It had an average speed of 8 kilometres per hour. Historians believe people didn't travel for longer than about 3 hours a day, probably because it was very tiring.
Model T.
Mr. Henry Ford built the first Model T, or Tin Lizzie, in 1908. It changed the way we travel. For the first time, a car wasn't a luxury. The car became a popular means of transport, and everybody with a job and some money could buy one. The Model T had an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Suddenly, there were more vehicles on the roads, and it was more dangerous.
Modern car.
Today, there are many different modern cars. Some are for racing, some are luxury cars, and some are family cars. They're all faster than they used to be. An average family car can travel at a speed of more than 150 kilometers per hour. But they never do. The average speed of modern cars is 90 kilometers per hour. This is because there are strict speed limits and there is lots of traffic.
Pupils Book, page 98. Activity 21. Listen and read. What was Sophie doing at 5 o'clock yesterday? Lucy and Sophie are talking.
I phoned you at 9 o'clock yesterday, but you weren't at home. Where were you?
I was running in the park with my mum at 9 o'clock.
What were you doing at 11 o'clock?
I was at the sports centre with my sister. We were swimming.
I called again at 1 o'clock.
What was I doing at 1 o'clock? I wasn't swimming. Oh yes, I was playing volleyball.
At 3 o'clock?
I was playing tennis with some friends.
Were you still playing tennis at 5 o'clock? Beth and I were waiting for you at the cinema. You didn't come.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was sleeping at 5 o'clock. I was exhausted.
Pupils Book, pages 100 and 101. Activity 28. Listen and read. Match the tribes 1 to 3 to the sentences. Living traditionally in a modern world.
Could you live without a computer or a mobile phone? It might be hard for you to imagine a life without technology. But even today, many people all over the world live happily without it. There are many tribes with much more important things to worry about than technology.
Number 1.
One of the most famous tribes on the planet is the Maasai people of Kenya in Africa. The Maasai are nomadic. This means they don't live in one place all the time. They move from place to place and make new homes each time they move. They build their homes in the forests from things they can find in nature: mud, sticks, grass and rocks. Their villages don't have running water or electricity, so computers and mobile phones are not an option.
2.
Another tribe in Southeast Asia is the Hmong. These are hill people. They live in the mountains in parts of Thailand, Laos and Vietnam. They have a very traditional way of life. In fact, they live the same way now that their ancestors used to live over 2,000 years ago. They've also got their own ancient language with 2 different dialects, Hmong Jua and Hmong Do. The language comes from southern China, and it's quite different to the other languages of Southeast Asia. You won't find much technology in a Hmong hill village.
3.
The Koryak people, a tribe in Russia, live on the northern part of the Pacific coast. The land in that area is Arctic tundra, which is very cold. For food, these people catch fish or herd reindeer. Instead of playing computer games or surfing the internet, Koryak children help hunt and cook food for their family. They also sometimes make their own clothes made of reindeer skin. Life for these people is much harder than it is for you or me. Could you live comfortably without basic necessities like food, water, and electricity?
Activity Book, page 83. Activity 22. Listen, read and write. Which tribe changes home quite often? The Hmong.
The Hmong are hill people. They live in the mountains of Southeast Asia. They've got their own way of life and their own language. You won't find much modern technology in a traditional Hmong village because people there lived the way their ancestors did 2,000 years ago.
The Maasai.
The Maasai of Kenya are a nomadic tribe. This means they move from place to place and make new homes each time. They often live in forests and build their homes out of things they can find in nature. Their villages haven't got running water or electricity, so they can't use modern technology in their homes.
The Koryak.
The Koryak live in the northern part of Russia's Pacific coast. Their land is Arctic tundra, and it's very cold. For food, they herd reindeer and catch fish. Koryak children haven't got time for playing computer games or surfing the internet because they hunt for food with their parents. They also make some of their clothes. They wear warm hats made of reindeer skins to protect them from the freezing temperatures.
Pupils Book, page 103. Activity 34. Listen, read and repeat. 1.
J.
2.
J.
Pupils Book, page 103. Activity 35. Listen and find. Then say.
J. J. Fridge. J. J. Page.
Pupils Book, page 103. Activity 36. Listen and blend the sounds. 1.
B. A. J. Badge.
2.
E. J. Edge.
3.
A. J. Age.
4.
S. P. A. N. J. Sponge.
5.
B. R. I. J. Bridge.
6.
E. J. Hedge.
7.
A. J. Cage.
8.
L. R. J. Large.
Pupils Book, page 103. Activity 37. Read aloud, then listen and chant.
There's a large fridge on the bridge. There's a large page in the cage.
Activity Book, page 86. Activity 31. Listen and write.
There's a large fridge on the bridge. There's a large page in the cage.
Pupils Book, page 104. Activity 38. Listen and read. In your notebook, write the steps in order. Solving a problem. Solving a difficult problem can be hard work and can take time. But if you follow a few simple rules, problem solving can be fun, interesting, and a good way to learn. Look at the chart and listen to the steps for solving a problem. 1.
The first thing you need to do is define the problem. That means you need to understand the problem fully. If the problem is complicated, try to understand all of the parts that make it up.
2.
Once you know what the problem is, you can start to gather information. Use books, magazines, the internet, or even information from friends or family. Try to find as much information as you can about the problem.
3.
Then use the information to think of ideas to solve the problem. Try to think of as many ideas as you can. Then develop the ideas that work best.
4.
Next, talk about your ideas with other people. After talking about all of them, choose the best idea. Use this idea to solve the problem.
5.
After you solve the problem, ask yourself these questions. Did your idea work? Did you solve the problem? Be sure to review your solution and learn from what you did.
Checkpoint. Units 4 to 6. Pupils Book, page 107. Activity 2. Get ready. A. Complete the dialogue. Use the phrases in the box. Then listen and check.
What's wrong, Kevin?
My eyes are sore.
I know why. You watch too much TV. Look at the time. You were watching it 2 hours ago and you're still here. You should go out and get some exercise.
Oh, Mum.
Kevin, I'm right. You spend too much time using technology, watching TV and using your mobile phone.
So?
Well, that's why your eyes are sore. You should watch TV for only 1 hour a day.
Only 1 hour? How can I do that?
It's easy. A long time ago, children didn't used to watch TV all the time.
What did they do?
They used to go out and play. You could do the same.
Oh, okay, Mum. Maybe you're right.
Exam Preparation. Units 4 to 6. Pupils Book, page 110. Listening, Part 3. Look at the pictures. What did Fred do last week? Listen and draw a line from the day to the correct picture. There is one example.
Did you stay with your grandparents last week?
Yes, I did. We had so much fun.
What did you do there?
Lots of things. On Sunday, we went to the cinema.
What did you see?
A really interesting film about some endangered animals. It was about condors in the Andes.
Can you see the line from the word Sunday? On Sunday, Fred went to the cinema. This is an example. Now you listen and draw lines. 1.
On Monday, we went to visit some friends of my grandparents.
How did you get there?
We went by car, but the trip was very long because they don't live near my grandparents. I was glad I had my mobile phone with me to play games on.
I'm sure.
2.
What did you do on Wednesday?
On Wednesday. Oh, that's right. We went into town.
Did you buy anything?
No, I didn't, but I helped Grandma get a new phone. She wanted a better phone. She loves her mobile phone.
It's nice that you could help her.
3.
Was the weather good while you were there?
It was okay, but I was inside on Tuesday because I was ill. I had to stay in bed.
Oh dear, what was the matter?
I had a fever, but I got better quickly. Grandpa gave me a book about endangered animals.
4.
What about Thursday? Did you go into town again?
We did. Grandma always does her shopping on Thursdays, and there's a lovely market.
Did you go to the market?
Yes, and we bought food for the weekend, including my favourite fruit.
5.
There was one day when we just watched TV. It was really nice.
Was that on Friday?
Yes, it was. I remember because there's always a programme about how people used to travel by horse and carriage. It was really good.
That's interesting.
Unit 7. Special Days. Pupils Book, page 112. Activity 1. Listen, look and say. 1.
Father's Day.
2.
My parents' anniversary.
3.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Day.
4.
School Sports Day.
5.
Midsummer's Day.
6.
Earth Day.
Pupils Book, page 112. Activity 2. Listen, find and say.
My school sports day is next Thursday. New Year's Eve is always in December. I love dancing on Midsummer's Day. Do you like Earth Day? My parents often go out to eat on their anniversary. It's Father's Day next week.
Pupils Book, page 113. Activity 4. Listen and sing. What special day is this Friday? What do we do on Special Days song?
This Friday is a special day, the last day of the year. We're going to stay up very late, at midnight we're going to cheer. Special days are cool, special days are fun, special days bring special treats for everyone. On the 1st of January
Pupils Book, page 113. Activity 4. Listen and sing. What do we do on special days song? Karaoke version. Pupils Book, page 113. Activity 5. Listen and match the special days to the actions. 1.
We watch fireworks on New Year's Eve.
2.
I love wearing different clothes on Midsummer's Day.
3.
Did you watch the parade on Earth Day?
4.
It's Father's Day tomorrow. Let's give him a present.
5.
It's my parents' anniversary next week. Let's have a party.
Activity Book, page 91. Activity 3. Listen and write. Use the words from the box. What do we do on special days song?
This Friday is a special day, the last day of the year. We're going to stay up very late. At midnight we're going to cheer. Special days are cool. Special days are fun. Special days bring special treats for everyone. On the 1st of January, we are going to say Happy New Year to everyone, because it's New Year's Day. Special days are cool. Special days are fun. Special days bring special treats for everyone. There are lots of special days, and this one is a treat. We're going to have parades and fireworks and delicious food to eat. Special days are cool. Special days are fun. Special days bring special treats for everyone.
Pupils Book, pages 114 and 115. Activity 6. Listen and read. Why is Sam making a cake? The anniversary party.
What are you doing, Sam?
Well, tomorrow is the 10th of June. I'm making a cake for your anniversary.
Sam's parents' anniversary is on the 10th.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't worry, I'm going to take care of everything.
Sam wants to help his parents celebrate their wedding anniversary.
We're going to have dinner at Antonio's, your favourite restaurant.
Oh, yes, right.
Sam and his family are going to eat out.
Sam, when are we going to have dinner at Antonio's?
Tomorrow night, and then we're all going to come back here to have cake.
Sam is planning a little party after the dinner. He's going to give them a card.
That's very kind of you.
Yes, very nice. But...
Sam's parents like the plans, but there's a little problem.
But what?
Our anniversary is on the 10th of July, not the 10th of June.
Sam got the date right, but the month wrong. Pupils Book, page 116, Activity 8. Listen and look at the sentences. Help Sam and Christina make more.
When are you going to watch a parade?
We're going to watch a parade on New Year's Day.
Is he going to give presents?
Yes, he is.
Activity Book, page 93, Activity 7. Listen and stick. Then listen and write the special day and what they are going to do. 1.
Our school is going to have a festival for Earth Day next week. Would you like to come?
What's Earth Day?
Earth Day is a special day when people get together and learn more about the Earth. We learn about how to protect the Earth.
Oh, you mean stuff like reduce, reuse, recycle?
That's right. We are going to watch a parade too.
Sounds like fun. When is it going to be?
It's on the 22nd of this month. I hope you can come.
2.
Are we going to visit Grandma and Grandad next weekend?
Yes, we are. It's their anniversary.
I know. I can't believe they got married 50 years ago. Are we going to have a big party for their anniversary?
Yes, we are.
Is the whole family going to come?
Yes, everyone.
Great! I love parties.
3.
It's almost New Year's Eve.
Yes, it is. Are you going to stay at home and watch the fireworks this year on TV?
Yes, we are. We're going to count down the end of the year at midnight.
That sounds like fun.
Do you want to come?
Oh, I can't. I have to babysit. My parents are going to a big party.
Pupils Book, page 117, Activity 13. Listen and choose. 1.
I'm going on the 4th of June.
2.
We're going out to eat on the 20th.
3.
Their anniversary is on the 30th of September.
4.
Are you going to the party on the 2nd?
5.
She's watching a parade on the 1st.
6.
Father's Day is on the 3rd this year.
Activity Book, page 94, Activity 9. Listen and match.
I am so busy this month.
Why?
Well, it's my mum's birthday this month, so we're eating out on Tuesday the 12th.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, Sunday the 17th of June is Father's Day.
Oh yeah! What are you going to do?
I'm going to give my dad a card and a small present. I'm not sure what we're going to do on the day. Then, Monday the 18th is my school sports day.
Cool. I love sports days.
Wait, there's more. My grandparents' anniversary is the 22nd.
Friday the 22nd.
Yes, we're organising a party. Oh, then on the next day, Saturday the 23rd, it's our local carnival.
Are you going to watch the parade?
Yes, we are. Then it's Midsummer's Day on the 24th.
Wow, you are busy.
Pupils Book, page 118. Activity 16. Listen and read. Match the titles A to D to paragraphs 1 to 4. Unusual festivals.
Every country has its own festivals to celebrate different things. Some festivals are more interesting than others because they're unusual and a lot more fun. Here are just a few unusual festivals from around the world.
1.
Holi, the Festival of Colours, takes place every year in India, Nepal, and other parts of the world. Holi celebrates the end of winter and the arrival of spring, and it lasts for many days. It's also a celebration of good over evil. During the festival, people throw coloured powder and water at each other. Shops and offices close, and the streets fill with excited crowds. It's one of the most colourful festivals in the world.
2.
The only colour during another famous festival is red. La Tomatina takes place in Buñol, Spain, in August. People come from all over the world for a big food fight. La Tomatina, you see, is the festival of throwing tomatoes. All over the city, people run through the streets throwing red tomatoes at each other. The streets get very messy, but everyone has a good time.
3.
Another strange and cold festival takes place every May or June in Peru. At Koryak, or the Festival of the Snow Star, people celebrate with music and dancing on top of a glacier. The festival lasts for 3 days and at the end, everyone walks out together carrying torches of fire.
4.
Finally, how about a festival with animals? On the last weekend in November, people in Lopburi, Thailand, invite some unusual guests to dinner at the Monkey Buffet Festival. Hundreds of monkeys come to the buffet, where they feast on fruit, nuts, and vegetables. It's a great tourist attraction, as people from all over the world come to watch it. Unusual or not, festivals have one thing in common. They bring people together, and they give them a reason to celebrate and have fun.
Pupils Book, page 119. Activity 18. Look at some more festivals. What do people do at them? Guess and match, then listen and check. Fun festivals. 1.
At the Mud Festival, people have baths and play with mud.
2.
At the Ice and Snow Festival, people make beautiful things from ice and swim in very cold water.
3.
At the Running of the Bulls Festival, bulls chase people in the streets of the town. People often fall and injure themselves during this festival.
Activity Book, page 95. Activity 12. Listen, read and circle. Are the sentences in 11 correct? Put a tick or a cross. Holi, the festival of colours.
This festival takes place every year to celebrate the end of winter and the arrival of spring. It's celebrated in India, Nepal, and other places. It's probably the most colourful festival in the whole world. During Holi, people throw water and coloured powder. People like to wear white clothes to Holi and watch them stain with all the different colours.
Tomatina, the tomato festival.
Every year on the last Wednesday of August, there's a messy festival in Buñol, Spain, where people throw tomatoes at each other. The festival started in 1945. There was no real reason for it. It was just good fun.
The monkey buffet.
On the last weekend in November, the people of Lopburi, Thailand, invite hundreds of monkeys to a feast of peanuts, fruit and vegetables. People come from all over the world to watch the monkeys eat.
Koryak, the festival of the snow star.
It takes place every May or June on a glacier in Peru. People celebrate with music and dancing for 3 days and nights. The festival finishes with everyone leaving carrying fire torches.
Pupils Book, page 120. Activity 20. Listen and read. Why is Nick tired? Rita and Nick are talking.
You look tired, Nick. What's up?
My aunt and her family are coming from Australia today to spend a month with us. On Wednesday, I cleaned my room because I'm going to share it with my cousin. Yesterday, I cut the grass in the garden because we're going to have a barbecue this evening. And today, I helped my grandma in the kitchen because we're preparing a surprise cake.
Wow, that's a lot of work. Aren't you going to meet them at the airport?
No way. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted.
Pupils Book, pages 122 and 123. Activity 30. Listen and read. Complete the sentences. Use words from the text. Leap years.
How long is a year? Most people say it's 365 days, since it takes about 365 days for the Earth to travel around the Sun. Well, not exactly. It actually takes 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes and 12 seconds. If a calendar has only 365 days, what happens to the extra time? To solve this problem, every 4 years we add 1 day to the calendar. February the 29th is called a leap day, and the year is called a leap year. Other years are common years. There are 366 days in a leap year. Julius Caesar was a Roman emperor in the 1st century BC. He created leap years to solve the problem of the extra time in the calendar. However, people didn't like the change, and Greeks and Romans had lots of superstitions about unlucky things in leap years. They believed it was unlucky to start a new job, start a journey, marry, or buy or sell something in a leap year. Some people in Greece still consider it very unlucky to marry in a leap year. This special day, however, is not only connected with bad things. In some parts of the world, such as Ireland, Scotland, Finland and Denmark, the tradition is that women can propose marriage to a man on a leap day. If the man says no, he has to buy the woman a present. How do we know which years are leap years? The main rule is that years that can be divided evenly by 4 are leap years. 2012 divides by 4, so 2016, 2020 and 2024 are also leap years. People born on a leap day are called leapers. If you know a leaper, make sure you say happy birthday, because their actual birthday happens only once every 4 years. Does this mean that they only grow a year older every 4 years? What do you think?
Activity book, page 99. Activity 20. Listen, read and write the numbers. Which day is the leap day?
We usually say a year is 365 days long because that's about the time it takes Earth to travel around the Sun. It actually takes 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes and 12 seconds. The extra 5 hours, 49 minutes and 12 seconds add up to an extra day every 4 years on the 29th of February. This day is called Leap Day. Years with the extra day are called leap years. These years have always got 366 days. We know when there's a leap year because these years can be divided evenly by 4. For example, 2004, 2008 and 2012 were leap years. The leap year was put on the calendar only in the 1st century BC. In ancient times, people were very superstitious about them. In modern times, it's a tradition in many countries for women to propose to their boyfriends on a leap day. Traditionally, men propose to women, but not on leap days. On a leap day, if the woman proposes but the man says no, he must buy the woman a present. The only really unlucky people are the ones with birthdays on a leap day. This means their birthday comes only once every 4 years.
Pupils Book, page 125. Activity 35. Listen, read and repeat. 1,
oo,
2,
you,
3, Pupils Book, page 125. Activity 36. Listen and find. Then say.
Treasure. Ooh, blue. You, cube.
Pupils Book, page 125. Activity 37. Listen and blend the sounds. 1,
G, ooh, glue.
2,
ooh, true.
3,
You, cute.
4,
Picture.
5,
Nature.
6,
D, U, K, Duke.
7.
Huge, huge.
8.
Sue, Sue.
'Pupils Book, page 125. Activity 38. Read aloud, then listen and chant.
Hi, Sue. Is it true? It's so cute. It's so blue. It's really huge. Is that a monster in the picture?
Activity Book, page 102. Activity 29. Listen and write.
Hi, Sue. Is it true? It's so cute. It's so blue. It's really huge. Is that a monster in the picture?
Pupils Book, page 126. Activity 40. Listen and look. Number the traditions in order. Traditions are important to everyone. Families, schools and other groups of people all have their own traditions. Listen to some kids talking about their family's traditions. Number 1.
I live in Mexico. My family celebrates the Day of the Dead in November. On this day, we remember people who aren't with us anymore. There are many colourful sweets and decorations on this holiday.
2.
My family lives on a big farm. Every year, a few days before Christmas, we go out and look for a Christmas tree. The whole family goes, and we find the perfect tree. We all have fun looking for a Christmas tree.
3.
One of my favourite family traditions is painting Easter eggs. Every year, my mum boils some eggs and my friends and I paint them all kinds of bright colours. It's lots of fun.
4.
Each year, on the 4th of July, my family, like many other families in the USA, hangs a flag in the front of our house to celebrate Independence Day, the day the United States became a country. Do you do the same thing in your country?
Unit 8. Hobbies. Pupils Book, page 128. Activity 1. Listen, look and say. 1.
Coin collection.
2.
Doll collection.
3.
Shell collection.
4.
Toy car collection.
5.
Basketball.
6.
Chess.
7.
Music.
8.
Video games.
Pupils Book, page 128. Activity 2. Listen, find and say.
I'm really good at basketball. I've got a big coin collection. I love playing video games. She's got a small shell collection. I'm not very good at music. John has got a toy car collection. I love my doll collection. Are you good at chess? I'm not.